What's going down, Dash Radio? DJ Skee. Trinidad James, welcome into the Dash Radio HQ here at the Ski Lodge.
What's up, brother?
How are you, man?
Man, I'm great.
Everything is amazing on your side. I see you taking over the world. It's interesting how you've kind of evolved as, you know, you took over the world with one record, but then from there you've really evolved into being, I don't even know what word describes who Trinidad James is, almost as a cultural figure and somebody that's done so much more than music. We know you for so many different things. We're talking sneakers off air, but also what you're doing for the community, empowering others, still making music. Who is Trinidad James today, 2015?
Man, I'm a person. I'm a people's person, man, to be honest with you. I'm a man of God. I'm motivated, man. I'm just a motivated person, man. A motivation is something that I try to speak with that, even though I'm not saying something that might be motivating to you. Whatever I'm saying for myself, I'm saying it with confidence so that you know that I'm standing by what I stand for.
Yeah. Now, you just dropped the new mixtape, earlier this year, right?
Yeah, no one is safe. Yep.
And you got a book coming out too. I forgot you're an author. You have a book coming out about this, right? Is that still dropping?
Well, yeah. So I dropped everything already. I dropped 2 books. I dropped the No One is Safe book.
Yep.
I dropped that about like February. Then I dropped the Trips to Trinidad.
Oh, that's right. I saw the Trips to Trinidad one. Yeah.
Yeah. Went back home. We just dropped a video for that actually yesterday or so on WorldStar. It was dope. We shot it up there in Trinidad, man, kind of just bringing people into my culture, man. I just really want to show people where I'm from, what I stand for, you know, and just, you know, what I believe in. And I want to, like I was telling you, man, it's a great thing to come to Carnival, man. Just give yourself a different experience. Appreciate the world, man. The world is a beautiful place. Yeah. You got to go see it. And I've been blessed enough to see so many places that I want to share with people to let them know that you wouldn't be so angry or you wouldn't feel so down on life if you actually challenge yourself to travel and see more things, you know?
You're absolutely right. Best carnival, you said, everywhere.
Trinidad,
out of everywhere in the world. I've heard that too.
Trinidad's carnival is the best, man.
It's like no other.
Like, it's respects to everybody else carnival because we know it's all love from island to island. Even Brazil, you know, Brazil's huge. Yeah. So we know what I'm saying, and the pretty girls and all the stuff, you got it. But just that, you know, that old school feel of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody likes the new Camaro, but an old school Camaro is just like,
it's a little more special.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a little more turned up out there.
Boom, you know? So, I mean, it's a whole island of people that just want to do one thing, make you feel good.
Yeah.
So what's a better vibe than that?
Yeah. Now, I want to talk about kind of like when you got started. When did you realize that you wanted to be, you know, within this industry and that you were going to kind of make this your mission to be this cultural, I guess, like ambassador, because you do so many different things within that. When did you first realize that this was going to be your life?
I mean, I think subconsciously I've always been growing into this person, always striving to be a leader with my friends and people that worked for me when I used to run a boutique down in Atlanta. Just anybody that's ever came around me, I'm always trying to help empower them, whether they come to me with their personal matters or just, you know, everyday stuff. My viewpoint on life is, like I say, is always very motivational. So, and this is just subconsciously. So now when I kind of focused in on it, I went into like last year, a lot of things happened, ups and downs. And in my downs, I really found myself and just realized, like, man, this is why I want to come into 2015, doing the things that I love. Music, helping people. That's what I'm on. Yeah. If it ain't that, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I ain't even said nothing about no money. Like, I'm just, I got money. You know what I'm saying? It's like music, helping people. And that's what I've been doing, man. I dropped 3 projects, 2 books. I did a crazy charity at Crenshaw High School.
Yeah, dude, we'll talk about that too.
Insane,
everybody
man.
out, yeah.
I mean, like, I'm from Atlanta. I was born in Trinidad, man. Like, I come from, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you want to think is nothing. Is like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have a picture for you for that. Yeah. And to be able to know that, just to come with a mindset that, like, man, I can bring people together on a positive vibe in a place that people don't know nothing about and think the worst, and give a good reflection of that place. I can do that just by coming together and being myself and do it, and it happened, and it's a beautiful thing. Man, bro, my life is, it's not perfect, but it's perfect. If that make any sense to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, 100%. That's how I feel.
What inspired you to kind of, that you could do it and you could make it, since you came from nothing? and worked your way up, and now you're motivating others. Who was your motivator? Was there anybody out there that let you know that this was going to be possible for you, or somebody even you watched from afar, somebody that you knew? Because so many people, it's amazing that you talk to so many kids and they're like, oh, I don't have the connections, I could never do it. You know, even if they're super talented, like, it'll never happen to me. What made you break out of that mold? Because you weren't in the upper class and born into that.
I don't know. That's one of those questions, man, where I feel like, I don't know. It's one of those things. I mean, of course, I got the cliche answers, you know, like my mother is a hard worker. You know, my dad is literally the hardest working man I know. You know, like I got that for you because that's what it is. I really kind of figured things out on my own, man. Like it's crazy. I got 4 brothers and 4 sisters.
Wow.
But I grew up by myself, you know, because we split up all over. And so I had to I didn't have that person to really go to and figure out like, hey man, I'm doing this right. You know, I had to be that person for myself. Yeah. So I mean, I kind of just went through life kind of hitting and missing. You know what I'm saying? Like just off experiences. Yeah. And that's just how I learned, man, that just helping people or waking up in a mindset that, man, I'm gonna help myself, of course, to do what I gotta do and take care of my family. But if you got a little extra to help somebody, don't hold back because it always come back.
What do you think of rappers now getting their own signature shoes? Speaking of Reebok, they just dropped the Kendrick one. Big Sean has his, Pusha even has his. Obviously, everybody knows about the Yeezy. It's an interesting thing. Nike hasn't really, well, I guess outside of Kanye, they haven't embraced it as much as certain other brands, even Puma with Meek. What are your thoughts on rappers getting signature shoes? Are you a fan of that?
Yeah, I mean,
think it's good.
I am because
and they've all done. I mean, most for the most part, relatively well.
Culture.
Yeah,
you know, Nike. I respect what Nike does because Nike wants to hold it strong for sports. Nike Sports.
It's interesting. Still, they did the Yeezy when you look at their history.
I mean, that's Kanye, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he did it. He do
and
that.
It worked.
You know what I'm saying? It worked and it's good. You know, I mean, it's great or whatever. And it's just Nike. They select who they want. They're gonna select another rapper.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna do it.
We've seen the Jordan Drake. Now that it's Nike, but still similar.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the OVO stuff.
I mean, those Jordans are nice. I mean, I've just seen some 12s today. I was like, oh, the OVO 12s are dope.
And they're about to come out with I think an 8 or a 7 now.
Oh, that's dope. I know somebody was talking about an 8. I seen an 8 on the blog yesterday.
Might have been, yeah. So it's crazy times. What is the like craziest story on how you got a pair of shoes? Is there something that you found in some store overseas, or like what's your biggest come up?
When I used to run the boutique, right?
Yeah. So for people that don't know,
I used to run this boutique back in Atlanta called Ginza Boutique. It was on top of the Underground.
And that's actually how I heard that you met a lot of your industry connections and stuff early on.
Yeah, just from knowing them, just from
because I remember when you were first coming out, some artists, we were talking about you because you had the biggest record in the world at the time. And artists were like, dude, I remember him. I used to go to the boutique. He was like, it's crazy. Yeah.
And I put everybody on snapbacks. Man. Yeah. It's crazy. I was at the store working one day, and you remember when they was doing those countdown packs?
Yeah.
Whatever, the Jordan countdown packs. And
Elysion or whatever.
Yeah, man, this dude had a pair of, I think I wanted to buy a pair of cement 3s from him. It was like some black cement 3s from him. And so he came down to the shop. And when he came down to the shop, he came in a double box. I didn't know I thought it was just some other cement 3s like outside. Yeah. So he came in a double box. So I was like, man, how much do you want for this? You know, like, what do you want for it? And I think he started all the way up at like $250 or something like that. Yeah. I was like, man, we can't do this, man. Yeah, I was like, man, these shoes been worn at least twice or something crazy like that. Yeah. And so I opened up. He was like, man, just give me $150 and get both shoes in there. I was like, $150 is what I wanted to pay for the Cement 3, so I just gave him the money because I was like, that's already what I want to pay. Whatever else is in this box,
doesn't matter.
It's a bonus.
Could be a rock.
Whatever. Yeah. So I give him the money, gets out of there, or whatever. I open the box.
Uh-oh.
It's a pair.
And so there's supposed to be a 20 in there, right?
It's supposed to be, the 20 in there. Yeah. It's not a 20. It's a goddamn Carmine 6.
What?
I said, oh my God. I'm a legend right now. I just paid $150 for Carmines and Cement 3s.
Did he come back and realize what he did?
He never came. It was the $150
no
was
idea,
like, I'm out of here. He didn't care. Wow. It was like when the money is that at the end of the day, the shoes can't get you food.
It's true.
You can't buy food, which you can't.
That's a nice come up.
Yeah, hey man, hey, that's a good one right there. That's the one that I could remember.
2015. What else you got coming out, man?
Man, I got 3 more projects for you, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I got 3 more projects.
How do you have time for all this stuff?
Man, you just make it.
It's true.
You make time for what you want. That's like what you tell girls. You tell the girls.
Yeah.
You make time for what you want. Yeah, that shit goes. But nah, man. 3 more projects, man. I'm working like a freaking fool on them, whatever. And the first one will be coming out soon, man. I'll give you the title. One of my Girls with Daddy Issues.
Oh. Yeah.
It's for those very left of center girls. I meet a lot of left of center girls.
Fits you. That's good. I can see. I'm assuming, right? You know.
I mean, and it's interesting because I'm a person that like to understand people mentally. You know, understand women, understand just life in general, why things happen the way it does, so that when it does happen, I don't overreact. You know, because I like to stay chilling. I like to stay happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? So in order for me to stay happy, I like to stay focused on life and understanding life. Yeah. And that's what this first project is. It's kind of tuned in to more for women, you know, more for women and kind of for like if any young man wants to understand different type of women or whatever. Because a lot of times we call them weird, but weird is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like calling out dark-skinned girls. Like, you don't do that type of stuff, man. Like, you just call them women. Because that's what they are, you know, like respect them for what a woman is, you know, female, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to call people those stereotypical things that people call because we do it anyway, and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like programmed in us, unfortunately, but it still offends people, you know what I'm saying? So when you can kind of catch yourself and be onto it, you know, like, do that. So, you know, not to give you a nosebleed, the first project, you know what I'm saying, Girls with Daddy Issues, it kind of just gives you a lot of different scenarios or whatever, very vibey. I did it with 2 cats around here in LA named Dream Panther and Caleb Stone.
Okay.
Dope, man. Dope guys, man. They're just every vibe with them, man, is just great. And it'll be very different. It'll be very different. The cover is definitely going to speak a million words or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
When can we see? When can we look forward to it?
It's soon, man. Real soon, like real soon, within a month, man.
Just let us know. We
definitely, you know, I'm going to definitely keep you in the loop about that, man. When I take you over that cover picture, you know it's time.